Simon raced free. He was confident in his ability. He knew the opportunity would come, and when it did, he was ready.
Is that him in the lead?
Yes, Simon! He was free, and he was free of the things that clutter us.
Simon was just a joy from minute one. Came out super happy and stayed that way. Free spirit for sure.
And he grew into an adventure seeker, a seeker of experiences. He started running and had some success, and then he didn't lose a race his senior year of high school.
I remember the acceptance letter and big old smile. I'm going to actually run for a college in University of Tulsa.
Freshman year on the track, he was competitive, and he placed at conference. His junior year, he made it to the NCAA championships, where he was named an All-American. He was passionate about track and field, but when he was teaching, he came back with his soul light. He was volunteering at Bishop McGinnis for their cross-country team, and he'd work with the second graders late in the afternoon.
Started being a mentor, reading mentor, kind of working with them. He really enjoyed that. So he decided he was going to get a master's in education. Simon had to quit the track team because he was injured. And towards the end of his senior year, he and a couple of buddies decided that this might be kind of a fun thing to try some hallucinogenic drug.
It's a natural hallucinogenic, but it turns out it's extremely dangerous.
Probably from that point on, he was never the same. He had what they call a substance-induced psychosis. The likelihood of dying from an accident or suicide is very high. It causes a mental illness, basically.
For him, it was deadly. 3.5 months later, he was gone. In those early moments, hard to see much beyond the pain. If you're struggling,
right, not to be silent.
Tell somebody, anybody, just a friend or a family member, because there are resources and people just that would do anything to help you.
Nothing good could come from this tragedy. At the time, there's nothing good. And when you just start thinking about how we can change the tragedy to make it good. I thought of Simon being a runner, wouldn't it be great if people who wanted to give money outside of giving flowers or do both or whatever, they could do it towards Fields and Futures.
My school kids are surrounded by a lot of negative influence. I mean, think of someone who doesn't have anything going on for them, just outside of going to school, going to work. So there's not that motivation to succeed or that push that kids need a lot. Being that sport, they get committed to doing what they love, and it's accountability. It gives so many kids a chance to go to college because of a sport. But when the finances aren't there to be able to have an A and a B team, a lot of kids who are going to be out here every day running and running and running wouldn't be able to participate in meets because you can only enter so many kids. When they work just as hard or harder to succeed, they should have the same opportunities as everyone else. Fields of Futures came to me and said, this family, they want to give a grant for you all to be able to have the same opportunities as all the other schools around. It's just the kindness and the generosity for them to care and show these kids that they're worth it. I'm so grateful that there's people like them.
To think these kids are going to get to run with good equipment, great coaches who are paid with dignity.
It's a way for what he was passionate about, teaching track and field, not only for it to continue to live on, but to accelerate.